Is bigger always better? As a self-professed mud flap disliker, will I like these newer, bigger rock guards from FX3d? I'm skeptical, but let's find out. Well, last year, FX3d was kind enough to send me out a set of their version 3 mud guards, rock guards, mud flaps, whatever you want to call them, that are 3D printed, which included a mesh here that prevents rocks from flying through onto the door. Well, that it has done. Absolutely. In fact, I kind of like the looks of them, and you can't really tell they're here, so I'm not a Rally WRX wannabe here, so I'm pretty happy with that, and I've left them on. That tells you something. Well, version 4 is now here, and version 3 did a good job, but was a variety of pieces. It had the one piece for the rocks, and it had another piece for the rest of it. So I'm going to swap out 3 for 4 on the one side and make a decision if I'm going to keep 3 or if I'm going to go for 4. 4 is definitely longer. It will cover higher, which I think in the back will be better. But these have worked. I do not have any stones here, chips, though I do have them in other parts of the car. Probably should have PPF'd it. I don't know. You make decisions and you live with them.
The process became, unfortunately, a little more than I expected, as I first had to remove the version 3 guards from the car, then take out the separate mesh piece, and then remember where the screws and all the original push pins went. Once I had the car back to factory, it did not take me long to install these new version 4 pieces. The directions were well written, had pictures to aid in the install. At first, I only installed the driver's side front and back guards so I could compare them to the version 3 on the passenger side. I set both to the minimum poke out to be consistent. Well, version 4 definitely covers more of the front and back wheel well, but does look more obvious that you have them installed versus the more stealthy look of the version 3s. Because the difference is actually not that much, I decided to change out the passenger side as well. Maybe there is a little WRX in me after all. The drawback of this new version is that the option to just install the stone guards separately is no longer possible, as they are now integrated. FX3d did suggest that in the future they might offer just the stone guards separately.
So after rambling on video for a few more minutes, I decided to cut that part out and take a few days to come to a more succinct conclusion rather than bore you with my typical long-winded musings. It didn't keep me up at night, but I did ponder this numerous times over the past few days. I'm giving the version 4 rock guards 4.75 ice cream trucks. The only reason I'm holding back from 5 is probably because I'm an educator. But in reality, although I think these 3D printed guards are probably the best they can be if you reflect on the manufacturing process, I still look at OEM guards from other manufacturers like the ones on our regular Civic, which are molded plastic, and they just seem to exude a bit more of a finished, homogeneous look. Well, Honda doesn't make any rock guards for the Type R, so here we are. My report card comment would be, takes pride in their work and always gives their best. Sure beats, your child has hit rock bottom and has started to dig. Good job, FX3D.